Hello, and welcome to PointPress, branding for Microsoft SharePoint and SharePoint Online. In this video, I'll show you how to do a simple customization of your PointPress look and feel. This will help orient you, so later on you'll be able to do more detailed changes. So, let's get started. First, I want to show you how all the SharePoint components are laid out in the PointPress solution. You should take a bit of time to learn the names of the components, because this will keep you from getting lost when you start your more detailed customizations. You'll find this particular diagram on the PointPress website, and it's also in your PointPress zip archive under the documentation folder. It's right here. If you downloaded PointPress Danube into your downloads folder, you can find it under documentation. PointPress components. And you can see the diagram here. Okay, the first thing you'll want to do is to verify that you can make a simple change. Let's start with your company motto. The motto is located in the top center of your branding look and feel. To make any enterprise level change, like this one, you're going to want to modify the master page. So, we'll use the SharePoint Designer to do that. I'll open up the SharePoint Designer. Start up SharePoint Designer, as I'm showing here, and look at recent sites. One of them should be your site that you loaded PointPress into previously. Here's mine. I'll let SharePoint Designer open it up. This may take a few seconds. After a few seconds, SharePoint Designer brings up your SharePoint site. Now you want to go to the master page. Mine's called PointPressDanube.master. It's located in Site Objects, Master Pages. Scroll down until you see it. Mine's here. Click on it. Then click Edit File. When you open it, make sure to say yes if SharePoint Designer asks you if you want to check it out first. Now, you can see that I've set up SharePoint Designer so that it's in split mode. This means that you can see the master page's code on the top, and you can see a rough rendering of the look and feel on the bottom. The top is called the code view, and the bottom is called the design view. Sometimes you might see the bottom called the design surface. These are the same thing. I recommend you always bring up your master page in split view so that you can see both the code and the design at the same time. Okay, so let's make our simple change. The first question you should always ask is, well, where do I make the change? For some changes, like this one, it's easy to find the right spot to change. SharePoint Designer will try to let you use your design view to navigate your code view. So in this case, we get a good result if we click on our company's motto right here. You can see that the code view moved, and it has highlighted the text in the code view. This is the spot. So let's go ahead and make a little change and call it our company's new motto. Let's go ahead and save this change after we make it. Now, after you've saved your change, you can look in your Internet Explorer and verify that it worked. I'll press refresh on the Internet Explorer and see if the change worked. This is good. You can see that the change worked. However, you need to remember that only you will be able to see this change. All of your enterprise users will only see the change after you publish and approve your master page change. So, if you wanted to do more editing and customizing on your look and feel, you could go ahead and do that. without publishing and approving, because you can always go back and forth to Internet Explorer to verify that every change you make is okay. I highly recommend just using Save and verifying with Internet Explorer, which you can do quickly and easily, rather than also doing Publish and Approve every time you want to try a new small change out. Okay, now I'm going to assume that that's all the changes you wanted to make. When you're finished with a change and are sure that your changes will be okay for your users, you need to publish and approve the page. So I'm going to show you the easiest way to take care of both publishing and approving, all with one approach. The easiest way is to go to your Internet Explorer Site Actions, Manage Content and Structure. Remember, I used the SharePoint ribbon toggle on PointPress in order to reveal the SharePoint ribbon in order to do Site Actions, Manage Content and Structure. Now open up the master page gallery. Find your master page under PointPress Danube.master in my case. Locate the down arrow, press it, and we'll press Publish. Note that currently the master page is in draft form before we press Publish. Press OK. After a few seconds, the Publish step completes. Locate your PointPress master page and notice that its status has changed to Approve. This means that the master page has been published and approved. Now we'll go back to our home page just to verify that nothing has changed in the page other than the company's motto that we just changed. And now you should know how to make simple changes to your PointPress branding solution.